All right, messed that up a little bit. All right, today we are covering chord changes, switching fluidly between just open chords. This is a foundational technique for beginning guitar. Otherwise, how are you going to play to the songs that you love? We're using one acronym today, and it is so important for learning guitar. It stretches across pretty much every technique you're going to learn on guitar, and that is the FIT principle. FIT, and that stands for form, integrate, and timing. What it is first form. You need the right form to learn the technique. So for chord changes, that's going to be each chord shape. So example, the right form for D. I have my fingers touching the correct strings, no other strings, or not brushing up against any other strings. Uh, Curved over, pressing the frets down nicely, not too hard, not too light. And I know to hit the highest four strings. That's the correct form for D, the D chord. I, integrate into your muscle memory. That's just repetition. So that's kind of the brainless part of the FIT principle. Just make sure that you can almost mindlessly grab the right chord in the right form, integrating it into muscle memory. That takes repetitions and time, but it's brainless. You can practice that when you're watching a movie or TV. Next, timing. So the point of this is to be able to play in a rhythm. So you want to be able to execute the form that you've integrated into muscle memory in time. So that involves using a metronome or playing to a rhythm like a backing track. So the example song we're going to use to demonstrate this is what I played at the beginning, "Zombie" by the Cranberries. So the chords to this are E minor, C, G, and D. So if I'm using the FIT principle to practice changing those chords fluidly to be able to play in time, I'm going to take my time at first. I'm not going to worry about speed at all. I'm just worrying about the first step, F, the form. So I'm going to have my list of chords in front of me. I want to play "Zombie" by the Cranberries. I know I want E minor, so I'm going to practice just putting my hand there in E minor. And then I'm going to slowly shift to C, and then it's G and D. So I'm just giving myself repetition. Okay? I'm not worried about how fast I'm going. I'm just worried about getting the right form. So I'll test my form out, see if I'm making good chord shapes. All right, sounds good. Um, so all it is after that is just repetition, because now we're moving into the I in the FIT principle. We've done the form. We know it's E minor, C, G, D. Now to integrate it into our muscle memory, we just need to repeat it. So I'm not going to do that 100 times in front of you guys, but I'll just say it, just do it over and over again. So that's F and I. And now to play in time, you're going to want a metronome. So this is where it's very important, because if you listen to yourself on recording, it's going to sound very different than how it is in the moment for you. Especially when you're first learning guitar, you're focusing on your physical movements and not so much the sound that's coming out of your amp or your acoustic guitar. So get a recorder and just as an experiment, see what you sound like. It can be a little bit like hearing yourself on the phone, and that's terrible at first. But get a metronome, and then you have an objective measure of when to strum. So out of FIT, T, the last step is the polish. It's playing in time. Okay, if you don't have a metronome, you can just try to intentionally be really accurate with the time. So that's the fit principle, and that's really the essence of learning chord changes. Whatever song you want to learn, get the chords in front of you. Um, Make sure that you know the correct form for each of those chords. Integrate that chord pattern into your muscle memory by just sitting there and focusing on doing the changes correctly. Don't worry about speed yet. That's the key. Don't try to play along with the song yet, because then you might learn some bad habits. When you get to the polished stage, the final stage, playing in time, then worry about what it sounds like and how fast you're moving. You want to move at the correct speed. So that's the fit principle. I wanted to throw this in there as well for chord changes. A lot of songs do this where they're changing chords, but they're throwing little licks in between the chords, almost like little transitions between the chords. In Zombie, the way they do that is they just play one note that's like a step to the next chord. So I'll do that slowly now. Okay, so once you have that basic chord progression down, it's useful to take it to a next level and try to throw those little transitions in there. And I'll walk through them now so that you can know what they are if you want to try this yourself. So when you're playing that E minor, take your pinky and on the second to last strike, just bend that this G third fret on the thickest string down and let it go. And then switch to the C. The second to last strike on C, play an open D note. Then to the G. And it's the same thing. Open A note to the D. All right, messed that up a little bit, but I was able to explain it out. So yeah, so that's a little tougher. That's a way to take your chord changes to another level. Throw those little transitions in there. Anyway, that's it for today. That's chord changes. That's all you have to practice. That's a way to practice making your chord changes fluid and smooth so that you can play in time to the songs that you love. So remember, F for form, I for integrate into your muscle memory, and then T for playing in time, ideally with a metronome. That's all for today. That's chord changes. Hopefully that helped. Next video, we're going over power chords, and you'll be able to open up your music library of songs you could play in a huge way with power chords. It's just one chord shape that you can move all over the fretboard. So don't miss that one. That's coming up in a couple days. I'm Jesse. This is Guitar Animal. Today was chord changes, and I will see you for the next one.